Whoops. Where's my... There we go. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Alright. Alright, hello, friends. How are you all doing? Let's meow go. Soran, Salvin, Obsidian, Croissant, Lana, Zark, Zemnova, Garlic. Hello all. Audax. I wonder what mounting options Lightning will go with. I don't know either. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing today. I haven't, you know, I don't really know too much about it, other than like the brief few like looks I've taken to Instagram and stuff. Ziakos? Oh, Ziaskovi. Hello. Or I don't know how to pronounce it, but hello. Hello, hello. Bring Miago back? Oh, changing back to Miago would be interesting. Just how do you pronounce it though? Zias? Zias? Zeas? However you want. I don't want to butcher it, but okay. Whatever's fine. Good afternoon, Epsilon. Hello, hello. Good afternoon? I guess it is afternoon over there, huh? I see. How many hour difference is that from Australia? Most hype I've been for a build stream in a while. 12:51 p.m. Oh, okay. So that's... Wait, 12:15 you mean? Okay, so 5 hours, so 17-hour difference. Wow. So nice to see you stream so often. Yeah, 10 Peaches, thank you so much for the tier 1. But yeah, I mean, I'm streaming often because I have a lot of time for myself, you know? Like, I just have a lot of, Can you please refer to me as dumbass from now on? Sure. Sounds good, dumbass. Oh, you silly dumbass. Alright. So today we're going to be building a, Geonworks. So for people who didn't know how to pronounce that, it's Geonworks. It's actually Geonworks apparently, it's not Gonworks. Probably just something lost in translation, but yeah, it's Geonworks. I asked about it. Kenyons, is that you? What? But yeah, so we're gonna be building the TKL. It's like the flagship from them. Pretty much the only keyboard they've released thus far. And yeah, I inquired about it a while ago, probably like a long time ago. And then at one point, Geonworks, no, the person behind Geonworks, reached out to me and said, would you like to have like a unit to review? And so I was like, yeah, sure. You know, I'd be happy to check it out because I was curious about it, so I had asked about it. So I was like, yeah, why not? So just recently I got it in the mail. I haven't opened it because I wanted to open it with you all on stream. And yeah. But before that, I have some mail to show. I just got this from Tiny. I am in the Cap Club by Tiny, and well, this one was a leftover sale cap, and this one was a Cthulhu cap. There we go. So this is her new sculpt, Cthulhu. Very cute, Cthulhu. Super. The details are super nice. She really nailed the little suckers on the little like I guess it's like the mouth, but like it's like the legs of the octopus legs, you know. She really nailed the little suckers. They're like super nice and detailed, and yeah, pretty cute colorway for the original colorway. And then there's a Corby. Y'all probably have seen this one already a lot of times on like Insta or TikTok and other places. Yo, Chongsaurus, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome back for 5 months. Sama-san, welcome back. Anyway, so got some caps today. Other than that, I didn't get anything else in the mail. Oh, actually, no, I did get some stuff in the mail. But it's okay. We can just go ahead and go to the build right away, because let's just get right into it. So, here we have our box. Da-da-da-dum. It measures 40 by 24 by 13 centimeters, I assume. Chica tree. So basically it says fragile. We ask you to transport it safely. And then it says it's like prone to breaking. Definitely do not throw it. Something like that. And then what I was showing on the story is that there's a Geonworks logo right here. It was definitely thrown. I mean, this no, not really. I don't think so. I mean, well, actually, no. You're probably right. Actually, you're probably right, Andy. Like, it was probably thrown inside like package trucks and stuff. FedEx probably proceeded to drop it down a flight of stairs. You know, that's actually funny that you say that, because it was indeed a FedEx delivery, which I actually am not very keen on, because I actually hate, I dislike FedEx. They've by far have by far have had the worst service from them, compared to other couriers. Anyway, so let's open this guy up. I've had good experience from DHL and UPS. UPS, I have a access point nearby, so I can pick up things that I miss, very close by. And USPS, I know my couriers now, so it's haven't had issues since this past year. Same, FedEx is always the worst for me. Yeah, I feel like, unless you are a commercial client that does like a ton of business with FedEx, it's pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna have a bad experience. I feel. I don't know. It's just horrible. Oh, okay. So we opened it up, and basically it looks like the way you would pack a TX bag. So like this is the exact same way like medium TX bags came in. It was just a box that fit the bag, and inside of the it was inside of a plastic bag. And nothing else here. Nothing in the box. Okay. So, all right. Let's get the bag out of the way. And okay, cool. I don't know. Okay, I guess it doesn't have a specific brand. Maybe the bag has a specific brand. I thought it was like Geonworks' logo or something like that, but no, it's not. It looks like we have some, it's like some golden ratio sort of thing going on there. I don't know. Favorite switches? I think it's actually gonna be FAV switches, like fave switches, like. But I should probably correct that. We must know. Okay. All right, and let's open it up. Okay. So we have, open it up, and it's a bag with a flap. This is kind of nice, this dividing flap, because you can put stuff in here and it won't touch anything here. Let's go ahead and get the accessories out first. So there is the O-rings that I guess or not the O-rings, but the gasket it uses. And then there is a metallic sticker. it looks like. There's a metallic one and a regular black one. So 2 stickers. Oh, actually, I guess it is part of the logo, huh? Weird. And then there are some screws, I assume, for either extra screws or somewhere in the interior. And then there are some feet. Oh, right. These are the screw covers. I've seen these before. So these are basically little pegs that go into where the screw holes are to cover them. So you basically cannot see the screws from underneath, is what I'm aware. And then we have, looks like the PCB. Okay, so we have the PCB. Has the Geonworks logo. I'm just gonna take it out on this side. Nothing else though. So the PCB is F1-8X PCB. So the F1-8X is kind of like the, it's like the H87, right? It's like Linworks' PCB for TKLs. So this one is the one that gets included in all of the releases by Linworks. Though I did read on a blog that this one has USB-C. So today's build is actually a USB-C build, which is pretty nice. It's good. Looks like it has some underglow everywhere. Definitely does not use the same controllers that we use. And yeah, seems like it supports pretty much, it's universal. So it supports a lot of layouts. Actually, wait a sec. Yeah, it supports all the basic stuff. Yeah, basically whatever universal plate supports. Do you enjoy breaking off the top bottoms? Yeah. How do people feel about the Gateron Blacks? Gateron Blacks are very smooth and very good for the price. So this one is the plate now. Okay, so this one is kind of, people are interested in this. Looks like it's aluminum. Yeah, it's definitely aluminum. It looks like it was actually anodized as a, like, all together and then cut afterwards, so you can see the exposed parts on the inside. Kind of whack. Okay, this is like a pretty crazy plate. Crazy looking plate. So designed by Geonworks, just a bunch of cuts everywhere. Is it laser cut? Maybe. No. But yeah, so just a lot of tabs, a lot of little empty spaces. Looks like it's anti-only. That's cool. I like that. No need to deal with ISO cutouts. I do enjoy that. Just because if I'm gonna build anti anyway, I don't want to deal with the stress of having to deal with ISO cutouts. Let's see, split backspace support, split shift support, bottom rows, and split left shift. No, left shift's just fixed. Okay, yeah, a lot cut out of it though. But yeah, that's pretty cool. What do you think of the cutouts? I mean, the cutouts will likely contribute to the way sound dissipates, and the a lot of the tabs on the outside are probably for the thing to kind of like just like leaf spring mount, basically the same idea. I think it's pretty much the same principle behind it. So this is what appears to be the board. Okay, let's get it out of there. Oh, okay. It's just a branded bag. Oh, I see. So it's like a G and then like a W. Is that why it's Geon, or like a G and an E. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. I'm not sure. Alright. So, I don't know what this little package is, but we'll open it up. So it has a lot of weights. It's very heavy, actually. Let's open this up. Oh my god. Guys, the first Lightning keyboards keycap. Cherry profile. Let's see it. Let's look at the stem. Let's look at the interior of this for a second. Looks like that. Interesting stem. It's like a box. And then it says Gone or Geon, my bad, there. Yeah, laser etched though. So it has a bit of texture to it actually. I can feel a bit of a top texture, which I actually don't mind some texture. But it's black anodized. I like anodized keycaps. I know some people prefer Cerakoted or other things, but I do like anodized keycaps. I like the feeling of anodized caps more than Cerakote or other types of coating. Just because of the matteness to other coating that feels very chalky. That's what I don't really enjoy as much. But even then, it's just something you press in the end, so I don't mind too much. If it were like that for every keycap, though, I would be a bit, I'll be a bit annoyed, I think. Yeah. Anyway, gotta put this on the build then. Yeah, we'll probably put it on at the end. I don't think I'm gonna use this for a while, so I'm just gonna fold it over. So let's get the board out, and I don't think there's anything. Okay, so the interior is just like a TX bag, sort of. Finally made your bed. You're just being rude. I'm gonna kick your butt out of here. So we're being so rude. Anyway, very cool. God Dream. Oh, Dean, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Who made that? So the cherry cap was also by Geonworks. So he makes. So Geonworks. So Geonworks is actually kind of like a sub faction of a manufacturing facility in Korea. I kind of looked a little bit into them, and basically they own the manufacturing. So they make them all in house. The people who work there are engineers for the factory, for the manufacturing facility, and so it's all made in-house. And I think they recently just moved to like a new office to dedicate to keyboard manufacturing. So the F1-8X is the first big public release they have. Before that, they only had like commissions, like one-offs and stuff like that. And so yeah, and so now in Korea they had a buy of, I don't know how many units, quite a lot though. I believe the price for the keyboard was like $330 or something like that. Kind of something like that. Like the price was pretty affordable for the group buy, for whoever participated in Korea. So there was a Korea only buy. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right, 900 units, I see. All right, thank you for the info, Jongasaurus. So it looks like we have a kind of like a blue grayish sort of board here. It's like, I mean, is it like navy? Does it look like navy to you guys? Does it look like blue gray? It kind of looks navy blue grayish, right? Anyway, so this is how it looks. on the outside. This is the side. See if it focuses. I think that's kind of dark purple. No, it definitely is not purple. Okay, that I will say is 100% not a purple color. It's definitely closer to a blue or a gray, like kind of like a dark gray and a bit with a bluish tint. So definitely kind of blue grayish. I could see this looking a lot brighter and like in sunlight, like outdoors. Definitely looks kind of more like a dark gray indoors though, but definitely has a very heavy blue tint to it. Okay, let's open it up. Is this board SCUF compatible? It's 100% not SCUF compatible. Why? Because I mean, you can look at this. It has no cutouts. So let's so this board is interesting because the bump-ons just come off like that. They're little like little like hole filling thingies, covers. So basically you take off the covers and the screw is right there. So yeah, definitely not SCUF compatible. How heavy is it? I could measure the weight. Yeah, I need to get my scale first then. It depends on how thick they are. I mean, you want me to measure how thick this is? It measures, let's see. Like how thick what this is? This is about 0.6 centimeters, so 6 millimeters thick. How thick the top part is? Oh, it's super thin. The top part is only 1 millimeter. It's like maybe like 1.2 millimeters. Obviously, is that PCB a measuring? Yeah, so is that a PC measuring stick? Yeah, it's a PCB ruler. I got it a long time ago and I never used it, and I just have it handy here. So you can use it easy? Cool. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, let me get the... Alright. Bigger than my PP. I know, my PayPal is also empty. Like my soul. Alright. So just the case. This weighs 6 pounds and 8 ounces, which is about almost 3 kilograms. So 2.95 kilograms. I mean, 2.95 kilograms. I wouldn't worry about the last digit, to be honest. I don't think these scales are too accurate. But yeah, 2.95 kilograms. So basically about 3 kilograms and like 6.5 pounds, basically. Pretty heavy. Thick boy, yeah. Okay, so something nice is that it's flush on the front, so it definitely has that seamless look up on the front side. Obviously you don't kind of see that because the top is like a cover over the rest, so it's like seamless on the front part, but not on the... Oh man, these holes are... Do you get a proxy for this? I did not. I got it directly from Geonworks. This is a unit that was not part of the group buy. Geonworks reached out at one point and was like, "Hey, dude, would you like to check out a unit?" And yeah. And I had a choice of a few colors, and this looked like more. This actually looked like a lighter blue gray in photos, but I think it was like factory warehouse lighting, sort of, you know, like very bright, and so it looked really good. It looked really like very bright, and so like the color did, but yeah, it didn't turn out that way, which is okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I think the unit I saw that looked lighter was a wind key unit. So it could be that the wind keyless units came out darker and the wind key units came out lighter, because, you know, like blue-gray, the bats for those are kind of like finicky. So I assumed that it was just the difference in the wind keyless and wind key. Okay, so taking off the cover. Top side, let's see. This is focus. Okay. So top side's kind of like a cover. You can see that there's a bit of an indentation, like a little bit of a what do you call this? Like a plateau here for the USB-C port. There's like some minor buffs here from screws for the screws, but like it really is internal, so I don't care. Anodizing is pretty smooth. I don't see issues with it, especially on the outside. But yeah, so just the cover, pretty light. Nothing particular about it. The only thing I do notice here is this. Obviously, you can see there's like channels running down the top and the bottom as well, which I assume is going to be related to the O-rings. All right, so that's the top piece. Oh, weird. My Streamlabs chat is like outdated for some reason. Refresh chat. Okay. And the bottom piece has these 6 weights made out of brass. It looks like they're just buffed, and so they don't look like super nice and polished and all that, but I mean they're internal, so I don't care, honestly. But let's see. So you can see how the screw holes are like huge, and then they I mean, obviously because there's like because the bottom case is basically open like this, it makes sense to cover it. I think this is the entryway for the USB-C port. I actually see nothing else about the bottom piece that's kind of notable. I mean, there really isn't anything notable aside from this. It pretty much is that the ring or the gasket, the rubber's kind of, I mean, the rubber's gonna sit here, like on this tab, right? And then when you put the assembly on, it sits on the other side. So it pretty much is like it's like a gasket on both sides. I like that Wildcats had his logo above the arrows. No logo for mine. But yeah, bottom piece is basically like, I'm assuming that the rings go here, and then on the inside of the top cases I showed. We can undo maybe one of the weights. I could just show like what they look like. They probably weigh the exact same for all of them, but I'm not sure. So we can just actually undo 2 of them. Actually, let's do one by one. Didn't quite come off. Okay, so pretty thin actually, the weights. They're just that thin, and maybe I can measure how much it weighs. In grams probably, because it's easier. It weighs 136 grams. Okay, so assuming that we have 136 times 3 for the bottom parts, and then for the top ones, maybe they're thicker. Yeah, I think they are. They are indeed thicker, because they go all the way in. The screws are longer too, so they use 2 different screws. And then the weight for the bottom, I mean the top piece for the brass is gonna be thicker, maybe like double the thickness, 2.5 times the thickness. And each of them is gonna weigh approximately 295 grams. So basically you have, so someone do the math for me, 295 times 3, and then 135 times 3. Yeah, 135 times 3, and then 135, 295. Okay. So basically there's 3 of these and then 3 of these. And then I can actually just put these on back, and we can actually measure just the weight of the bottom, and that will give us the net weight of the bottom piece without the weights, right? Because you can just subtract. Math is cool. Almost a kilo? Okay, cool. So yeah, so pretty heavy. Like that's quite a lot of weight added from the little pieces here. Makes it quite dense. And so the bottom piece alone weighs, oh my god, okay, so it weighs almost all of the weight of the board. So it's 2,500, so 2,580, let's say. 2,580 grams, so 2.58 kilograms. So if Croissant said it's almost 1 kilogram, so the bottom piece weighs about 1.5 kilograms, and then all the weight pieces are about 1 kilogram, approximately. So yeah, just some insight on the weight of the board, and then the other 500 grams that are left over are probably from the top piece. Yeah, 1590 for the aluminum and screws. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is to the board, as far as the different pieces here go. So we can just probably put this away for now. For those who want to see just the details, though, there basically is a USB-C cutout that lines up with this part here from the top. So because this part is like an enclosure, right? So this piece just kind of like, it's like a hood sitting on top, and then it just sits over. I'll have to figure out how to assemble the rest. I actually I watched Wildcat's video a while ago, but I mean not today, and I haven't watched it again today because I've been busy. But we'll try to emulate what he did as close as possible so that I don't mess up anything. But yeah, this is cool. Nice, cool keycaps. What did I do with that earlier? I'll just put it over here. Stickers and stuff. I'll just put all the miscellaneous item over here. Okay. And the ring, let's just open this up and let's just show you guys what there is here. Okay, so this is like, it's like a lot of so I assume I just have to cut this with scissors, but to fill in the little places. But basically it's just this solid piece of rubber, decently stretchy actually. I can feel it stretches quite a I mean, I obviously just got a lot of it. I think the default material that they include is Viton, I think is what it is. Vuitton, I don't know. Is it Louis Vuitton? Anyway, so yeah, the little rubber material that gets included. So we'll probably just have to get some scissors and cut it out and put them in the slots for both sides. Alright, so first thing we should do is, as always, test the PCB. I could probably just do that without cutting the tabs just yet. I can cut the tabs later. Alright, let me see if it identified it. Okay, so it looks like the firmware, I need to update it. Fave tools. 919. Is it this one? Firmware. Wait, where's C type? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me look into. Will you foam it? No, why? Why should I foam it? I don't understand. Why should I do that? F87. F87. Okay, so it's just the F87, regular F87 one. Okay, cool. Alright. So copy. So delete the old bin file. Paste the new one. And rename it to firmware.bin. And then just unplug. Plug back in. Okay, now it should identify, so let's just open up Fave Tools to see if it worked. I'll share my screen or the tool in just a second. Let's see. Did it open up? Alright, so let me see. Open window capture at source. Add a new source instead. Fave tool. And we want to show you this one. And okay. Alright, so you can see this window here. It's a USB-C layout. It's a USB-C type 87 PCB. So TKL PCB. So here, down here, it says connected Fave keyboard 87. That's correct. That's great. I mean, if you press connect, it should still be connected. I normally like to map this to, so like you can, oh, you can't see the window. That's unfortunate, but basically whenever I press this, it says change key mapping or reset to default. And if I press on change key mapping, there's a little window that's currently here where you can't see right now. But basically there's a drop down menu where you can just select the key you want to map it to. So it's a drop down menu. I normally map it to left control. So as you can see, I mapped it to left control. And in the case of the bottom left key, I like to map that to my Windows key because that's what I normally use. Scroll lock I never use, so I normally map this to my function key. So function is fine. The rest should be okay. Actually, yeah, I think it's okay for now. Actually, I might have to change this one to write alt 2 though, because of the way it works. Write alt, okay. And then in the function, maybe I like to map this to scroll lock just so I can have the option when I test things. And I like to map this to caps lock and my function layer. And I also like, we can just put this into, you can just leave this as none. And I like mapping this guy to my media keys. So I like putting this into previous song, and then this one goes into play. What program is that? It's called Fave Tool. Works with any keyboard? No, it does not work with any keyboard. It does not. It will only work with PCBs made by Linworks, and it will only, and those PCBs will only fit certain boards as well. For TKLs at least, if it follows that same standard, then it would work, but otherwise, yeah, you're probably out of luck. And then I like putting these to my volume keys, actually. So mute, volume. Where is volume down? I just had it. Okay, volume down and volume up. Oopsie. Oh, actually, I don't need. I can put this into like RGB or something. Is there a lighting mode? Lighting. LED blink, LED bright. No. Is there an RGB setting? I guess not. Okay, whatever. Alright, so that's basically how I like to program my keys on my TKLs, just generally speaking. And then you can just go to device here. Okay, so if you click on device here, there's three things. It says connect, transfer, configuration, or stop transfer. I can just, in file, it says open or save configuration. I'm just gonna save my configuration here. Maybe I'll write down F1-8X Geonworks. And then I'm gonna transfer my configuration. So you can see the menu here, data downloading. Done. And then I can just close this. I can plug it back in. And we can just turn on switch hitter, and we can test it out. Oopsie, I should clear that. And let's test the PCB. If you need macros, honestly, you could just use I just use the auto hotkey, to be honest with you, or carabiner with a Mac. So I wouldn't fuss over having a specific keyboard for macros, because you can do it software side. You know that? I mean, pretty much whatever we do is like software side anyway, so yeah, auto hotkey works fine, at least for me, but you know, if that doesn't work for you, then you know, it's up to you. Okay, I mean, it looks like everything's gonna work most likely here. I mean, like, I can just speed run through this, but I don't think I'm gonna miss anything. It looks like the PCB is brand new and won't have any issues, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah. Okay, come on. Alright, cool. It all, oh, D. Alright, there. And I mean, I can test the FN key if I want it, but I mean, I could do like this and scroll lock. Wait, this and scroll lock. Does it work? Wait, hold up. Does it work? I'm not sure. Oh, there. Okay, so caps lock worked. Maybe a scroll lock I forgot to program, but it's fine. Alright, so it works. Nice. Good. Great. I can break off these tabs now. Yo, Gringo, what's up, my man? How are you doing? Never heard of auto hotkey? You should check it out. It's a valuable, it's a nice tool. It's pretty simple. And it just works. Works pretty well. It's, if you're using Windows, auto hotkey. If you're using Mac, carabiner elements is probably what you want to look for. Carabiner. Anyway, so cool. PCB works just fine. Okay, let's get onto the build, shall we? need some stabs. Use some good old cherry screw-ins today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I ran out of Geonworks, so I need to buy more if anything. I'm interested to see if anyone will build the F1-8X plateless. You can't build the F1-8X plateless unless you have the tabs that allow that. So unless Geon decides to send that out, it won't be possible. And I'm pretty sure it's not an option yet because he's still testing them. So I don't think anyone will be building the F1-8X plateless for a while. At least from my understanding. Anyone else's Microsoft servers take a shit today? Yes, all of Microsoft's servers take a shit today. Outlook, OneNote, OneDrive, it's all out. It's all out today. I have been getting... It's great because I have been getting 0 work emails. How fantastic is that? No work. Obviously, it's bad for people at work, but no work emails is pretty nice too. Dipping in to say hi, Funzy, hello. He posted on his Instagram showing the different options. He put the playlist as one of that. Yeah, but he posted it today. Right? The group buy for this ran like a few months ago, or like maybe like like a few months back. So yeah. So it's likely that it will be offered in the future, but not now. Does that make sense? Wasn't this Korean group buy only? Yes, it was. I was... Geonworks reached out to me to offer a unit for a review. Slash just really for me to have. But yeah. Hopefully if he does international eventually, he will. He said that they were planning on doing that in the future. Let's just check my stabilizer wire here. Okay, seems pretty straight. Tried to solder yesterday, but the solder wire took too long to melt, and once it melts it just falls apart from the soldering iron tip. How to deoxidize the tip? Something about that sounds like it's... Is it lead-free solder? Sounds like it doesn't have lead in it. Or your soldering iron isn't hot enough. Either or. But yeah, first of all, does your soldering iron have temperature control? X comrade, and what kind of solder do you have? Anyway, until you answer those questions, I don't think we'll know anything else about it. He has an IC up on Keycap for 65% board right now. Yeah, it looks like the 65% board might be the first release for international, not the TKL. Maybe the TKL will come back in the future when it's improved with all the recommendations from the Korean buyers. At least that's what seems likely. So yeah. Also, Soren, if you are still here, thank you so much for the raid earlier with 21 people. I apologize I didn't say thank you for that. Nope, it does not have temp control, and the wire says 2.0% flux. So the flux has nothing to do with lead content. You want to know the lead versus tin content in your solder. Service test crapped out this morning. Yeah, it looks like IT had some big issues today. Just overall. Finally finished this today. What's that? Looks like an Alps. Oh wait, no, Space Invaders. Can't tell. Just looking at the preview though. Big ass enter, long right shift. Very nice. It looks really clean. Fin keys. Anytime I see Desco in a square, I assume it's a K-Mac. Probably because some of the pictures out there is from K-Macs. That makes sense. Lube. Lube. Alright. But it thicker? You mean this guy's thicker? Or the K-Max thicker? K-Max pretty thick too, though. The K-Max bezels are super thick, that's the thing. Like especially the K-Max 1 and all the similar variants. Huh. Anyway, what's up, guys? Anything new for today? I mean, obviously it's just a Monday, but you know, anything new for the week? How's your start to the week? Or for those in the other side of the world, probably a start to Tuesday. So a bit different. Dipping into these Chinese CNC offerings. Scary stuff. Isn't that basically where all of the keyboards that we know of are made anyway? Maybe it's scary stuff in the sense that there's risk. For sure. I think that's the unfortunate part of it. But hey, gotta take your risks, right? I'm not much of an artisan guy, but last pilots do look nice. Do you guys want me to ruin last pilots for you guys? Should I do that for you? Or no? Too expensive? I mean, sure. Too expensive is one thing, but I can ruin it completely for you. Well, I can ruin it if you're the type A kind of person, you know? Okay, ruin them? Alright. I mean, I'll just point out something that's kind of interesting about them. Okay, look carefully. Look carefully. Look at it carefully. What do you notice? I'm waiting. Don't notice anything? Peculiar? There are weaves? Yeah. I mean, so aside from the expression being a bit kind of like very kind of like plain, or I don't know, kind of like soulless. Yes, the gums are really bad. The gums are actually fine. The gums are actually fine. The gums are actually probably the better part of the sculpt. The real issue is the off-center gem at the top, or the off-center thing at the top. It's 100% off-centered. Odd number of teeth on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so the bottom part actually looks great. The top part looks a little odd. Yeah, okay. There you go. So 2 things. There's 3 things at least. So odd number of teeth. So there's 7 teeth versus 8 teeth. Teeth here are bigger than the teeth here, so they don't match. And this thing is off-centered. So basically, if this marks the center, then technically the center of the teeth for the top starts here. But that doesn't line up with the center of the teeth starting at the bottom. What else? Yeah. I mean, if you're into symmetrical sculpts, this isn't symmetrical, so just FYI. How are bro caps sold? Through sales. There's sales for them. There's a Google form that you fill in, just like every other one. And there's commissions, of course. People can contact brocaps privately to do a commission. Commissions are not cheap because you're basically buying the artist's time and space. So yeah, each artists they all have different rates. So don't be too surprised if you're quoted something very high. I've wondered why humans like symmetry, because that's like a law of nature. We like innate, a lot of things in nature are symmetrical, so we as, you know, beings of nature, we also like thrive in symmetry. Like the laws of the universe revolve around symmetry. If symmetrical rules were like broken down, like if they didn't work, a lot of our laws of physics would break down too. So critical. I think at some point you kind of develop an eye for it, and you're like, yeah, you know, this ain't it. But I mean, even then, I like it, so that's why I have it. If I didn't like the last pilot, I wouldn't have it, right? Like, why would I have it if I didn't? You know, why would I get one if I didn't like it? It's actually fine for me. Like, I know that it's asymmetrical, and it's unfortunate that it's asymmetrical, but no big deal. For some people, though, it's like probably what ruins it for them. But for me, I don't care. It is what it is. Reminds me of Cosmos being tilted to one side. But yeah, raffles and commissions. Thought I was going crazy when I mounted the first time. Oh yeah. The cosmonauts? Yeah. They also are a bit tilted on one side. Yes, I mean, handmade products though, you know, like you just like you put it on a table and you think it's perfectly right, but like, yeah, I think as artists get involved in their work, at least in hand sculpted things, right? There's no Control Z, right? There's no undo buttons, you know? You can't just like save files, and so yeah, like it's hard to undo something you did and then start over. I mean, like start from there. So you probably have to like start all the way over in designing something. So it's possible that it was just a compromise, that, you know, they're like, oh, you know what, screw it, I'll just keep going with this. Gerald Juby, hello. I really like Keyforge's molds and colors as well. I don't want to spend so much money on one keycap. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, artisans obviously have risen in price. That's a fact. Like, back when I first started joining sales, artisans were anywhere between like $15 and $50 at most, and then maybe like after 1 year, the prices were around like $65 to $70. I mean, no, $65. And then maybe 2 years after, it was like $75, $80, and then it's like around now, it's like some caps go up all the way retail of $100 and $120, which is quite expensive for one cap. So yeah, prices have gone up because artisans not only have they decided to meet a certain demand, they also want to bring in more of the profit that they don't see if like a like a keycap makes it in the market and becomes popular, right? And if they want to capture some of that like profit that people who are flipping or people who are selling like for like a certain market price is much higher, that they don't see ever, like it's money they don't ever see after it leaves their hands, like after the keycaps leave their hands. So for artists, it's a decision of like, do I want to get some of that money, or do I want to still maintain my art accessible to the people out there? And sometimes it's just a hard balance between the two. Haven't heard from suited up keycaps in a while. Yeah, me neither. I haven't heard about them in a while. I remember seeing a post maybe like a few months back, but I don't recall. It definitely has been some time though since suited up did something. Also, whenever suited up does anything, it's like huge. Like as in like the sales are humongous, because he makes like a bajillion caps and like a bajillion colorways each time. He's known for that, right? Bambino. Bless Binge and Brew Caps keeping some of their caps cheap. Yeah, for the single shot stuff. Gringo, you got censored by Automod, so they can't read you. Sorry. Are you just testing? Remember when I asked blanks a couple weeks ago? Lost every raffle since then. So it goes. Okay, Zambamon. Okay. Also, why are you up so late, Zambamon? Working? Damn, dude. Chat frozen? Just refresh. I don't know why chat would be frozen, though. Just refresh. You might have to see an ad, though, but just refresh. Do you get a haircut? I did. Maybe like a week ago. I did, though. I did get a haircut. It was unbearable. I hate having long hair. Well, I used to enjoy it. I definitely don't anymore. I just don't like it. You did, but it still doesn't show up? That's weird, Gringo. I mean, you could use a third-party chat client if you want it, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Do you have an ad blocker or something? I don't know. I don't know what it might be. That's kind of weird, though. Are other people having the same problem? I mean, we see your messages, the Gringo, but if you don't see other... I mean, you might not be seeing other messages because no one else is talking. It's a pretty quiet chat today, it seems. After the first part, people just wanted to see the very beginning, and then they probably just leave it on, and then they come back when I'm ready for the typing test. Which is probably what everyone does, most likely. I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised. That's the way it goes. Also, I was briefly reviewing. So I'm actually hitting numbers to apply partner soon. So wish me luck. But probably after this stream, I might be eligible to apply. But the thing is that you need to maintain the same numbers throughout, right? Like throughout your application process. And I was reviewing the partner and affiliate terms and conditions, and I was realizing like, oh man, like I think I might have like violated the exclusivity, the content exclusivity part, maybe like a couple of times because I published the VODs on YouTube a little bit too early. What numbers did I need? I just needed to get my average go up and more stream time in general, because the requirements are as follows. It's 12 streams a month. It's at least 25 hours of total streaming in that month period. And then 75 viewers on average, not including any raids, hosts, embedded views, etc. So it has to be basically people on Twitch.tv or on the Twitch app viewing you from like just, you know, from like either browsing or from like clicking your like notification or whatever. But yeah, those are the requirements to unlock the application for partner, and then after that, it's just maintaining those a consistent number, as well as like a, you know, kind of like a good community that follows you and stuff, and you know, they review your application based on those criteria. I mean, there's probably unspoken criteria that they also look at, like engagement and other kinds of like things, and like subs and like other things. But yeah, I don't know. The only thing I know is you basically apply and you either get an offer or you get a rejection or you never hear back. It just takes a while. I think it'll probably take at least like I'm sure like with COVID and all, it'll probably take like a month or two, or maybe even longer. Technically speaking, I'm at work, can't chat all the time. Oh, you don't have to chat all the time though. No one's obligated to chat all the time. I think most people, in fact, AFK Twitch. I think that's kind of like more of a norm than yeah. I think most people AFK watch Twitch, like kind of like they just leave it on in the background while they're doing something else. Like that's very normal. I mean, it's just like watching TV, you know. You just leave it on and pay attention to it like intermittently. And like, you know, if you have the luxury, you can interact. We vibe with lightning keyboards. What Desmat? Noctua this is the whatchamacallit, this is the Space Cadet Desmat. It was sold through Novel Keys as part of the GMK Space Cadet group buy. But it was also it's also been restocked a few times, so if you every now and then maybe pay attention, or maybe you can contact them to ask if they will restock it again, or check their inventory page first though. Go to like their updates or inventory page on their website, and it should say like whether they plan on restocking any Desmats. And if you can't find any info there, you could always ask directly. But yeah, they do restock mats every so often. Like I've seen like the Serica ones restock, I've seen some of the Cadet ones restock before. Yeah, and there's various colorways. There's not only just the blue one, there's also like Yuri colored, there's like black and white. Yeah, it was restocked recently, like a couple of weeks. I bought mine then. Oh cool. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Dustin Vang. I listen while I do homework. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense though, you know? Like, yeah, multitasking. Especially like now that everything's like at home, right? I wouldn't be surprised. TV is in the name of, you know, the Twitch's website. It's like twitch.tv. So, hello, Dr. Huru. Exciting build fighting. Thank you so much, Mr. Huru, Dr. Huru. I appreciate it. Exciting build. But I guess if you missed the first part of the stream, the keyboard's on my side over here. I'll have to bring it back out for me to show it. But if I had a larger desk, I could leave it on the side and not have issues with it. But I don't have a large desk, so. I do have a few goals in mind right now. In terms of what I want to use my funds for from stream and whatnot. I guess there's like maybe 3 goals in mind I have. Number 1 would be to upgrade my desk. Number 2 is I want to get a proper key light. I was looking at a few Godox lights and whatnot. Probably like the VL150, something like that, like a key light and a softbox, like a nice one. And then finally, probably look into what was it? There was something else. I wrote it down. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. But yeah, those 2 are the. Where can I buy a Rontos cup? From Urban Dictionary in Singapore. Do you have any desks in mind? Yeah, Raimi. There's 2 desks I have in mind. There's the Jarvis, and there's the Uplift V2. But they're so expensive. So I'm not sure. I mean, IKEA is like a possibility, but I don't have a car. Like I live in New York City, so and like the closest IKEA is all the way out in like Brooklyn. So like I would have to rent a car or hire someone to ship basically, or like to help me. But it's a lot of work. It's costly too. Yeah. People recommend, like if you're doing the IKEA route, people recommend getting like the Alex, like the drawer systems or whatever, and putting like a wooden slab on those. IKEA has delivery service. Yeah, I know they do. It's just pretty costly. I think it's at least like $100 for something that big. You live with your parents? No, I live with roommates. I have roommates. I have 2 other roommates. So I rent. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for desk options that would be viable to do here in the city, just PM me or just actually like ping me later on. You can suggest them in chat right now, but I probably won't remember. Yo, I got a car, let's go. Gives me an excuse to get out? Are you sure? I do want to do some research though to see what size I want to get. But yeah, I would do that. We can get some Swedish meatballs, I guess, if they do serve anyway. Off topic, can you play an instrument? Yes, I can. I used to play. I played the piano for a while, and then later in college I picked up taiko, which is like drums, Japanese percussion. Taiko, Soran. I know. Are you talking about good old Soran Bushi? Dokkoisho, Soran. Aya, Soran. Hi, hello, it's me, Zamboni. I'm a disappointment. That's what they're referencing to. Best thing ever. It's so funny. It's pretty cute. But I would have gotten a standing desk, but it was way out of my budget. I just did the basic car Lube build. Yeah. Overstock is an option too, Faro. I've looked into it as well. I'm just not sure if any of the options I've seen so far suit me best. But I've definitely looked into it a bit. So, I mean, I have good reasons for standing desk though, is because I do work from home a lot. And having the standing desk option kind of is appealing to me. for several reasons, like clearing space in certain ways and whatnot. But then again, yeah, I mean, I have to think about it. I got 2 Alex drawers, and I got a local carpenter to cut a big slab of wood. Hiring a big carpenter here in America would cost like holy shit. Because the thing about like hiring someone in America in terms of like manual labor is just so expensive. Anything that's manual labor like that is so expensive. Not to mention like material costs, right? Like there's material costs, but then the labor is what you're paying for, and it's just really expensive here. You don't have to justify it to us. We'll take your word for it. Oh, I'm not justifying it to you. Ideally, I just purchase like an Uplift V2 and I just call it a day, TBH. But I need to save for it. But I mean, right now I'm in a transition, like job transition, so I can't take that liberty. I'll take that liberty when I'm better off. So maybe like next year, or maybe later this year if I get lucky with a few things. What lubes do you use for stabs? I use a Krytox 205 grade 0 Noctua. So yes, this is a very large tub of large jar of 205 grade 0 that I've been using for a while. Nathan has the same. Like he has a lot of Krytox 205 grade 0 as well. Standing desk would be very good for your back in the long run. I do agree with that, I think. I mean, I do spend a ton of time on my desk, so yeah. At my desk, rather. So yeah, I would, I'll probably lean towards the standing desk options for sure. Just generally speaking. So yeah, we'll see. Likely we'll just likely we'll just save to get the standing desk option, even if it's expensive. That way I just, just call it a day. Just don't bother. Like, cause it's easy to assemble. I don't have to make a trip. Like, just hassle free. There's warranty, blah, blah, blah. People say like, oh, but you could get to do it yourself if you get like a wooden slab and blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, true. But I'll just keep it DIY to keyboards. Sometimes it's worth paying the extra money for convenience. At least that's how I feel about just things in general, like convenient things, like things that you do for convenience and pay a premium for it. Does your 205 grade 0 separate? It does if you leave it for a very long time, yeah. But not too much. I mean, you can just mix it back in with like a spatula or like a little spoon. Kyosurai, hello. Here to spy on lightning. Hello. Welcome, Mr. Spy. The feeling when you get recommended to buy your own power tool, source your own wood, and stain it yourself. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, that's a lot of work, It's just like so much work to do that. For me, I'm just like, hard pass. It's fine. I'm good. I like doing a lot of project with my hands and stuff, but there's like a limit to it. I feel. Are you an autophile at all? Not. I wouldn't say so. Dedicated? No, I wouldn't say so. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, like I like music a lot. I listen to music pretty much all day. Every day, but am I always like trying to upgrade my gear and not? No. I pretty much stopped as soon as I got my stack and my JBL monitors and like my IEMs. I mean, like even these IEMs I've actually had for like 5 years, something like that. I've had them for a long time. Ever since I did that, I that was it for me. So yeah, I wouldn't say so. I would not say I'm an audiophile. Probably. It's expensive. It's too expensive to have so many hobbies like at once. I actually don't really care for it. I feel like it's even more like diminishing returns. Cause I don't think my hearing is that good. To be honest with you. I'm weird. I drive in silence often and work in silence as well. Even as a musician, I'm too ADD and it pulls away from my best thinking times. Oh, for sure. There are a lot of the times that I also just completely shut out all noise and sound for that. I'm just saying that on a casual basis, I actually do listen to music quite a lot. But I would say in times of like whenever I do need to concentrate very like seriously, I do I almost always tap out the music. And sometimes I only turn it back on when I kind of like need a little jolt, like need to like wake up. Sometimes I'm like getting sleepy and stuff. I just like put something kind of like that pumps me up, and then like, you know, get back into it. Fave 87s are USB-C now. Only the ones that are coming with these boards right now. It's like a test run almost. But yeah, it's a new series of USB-C PCBs. 6.25 or 7U? 7U, because we're using Win keyless. We have Win keyless board. We have blockers on the board, so we have to use 7U. Would you recommend CIEMs? I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about it because I actually don't know. Sorry. I'm using these Shure SE215s, which I got recommended a long time ago. I bought them once. I liked them a lot. Someone stole them from me. I bought them again, and now I've just had them for a while. That's all. So I've had the same IEMs for like a while now, and I like them, and I never looked past that ever again. So I can't say anything about whether I recommend or not. I would say, like, yeah, if it's something that you're trying for your first time and you wanna check it out, why not? Just do it. Stolen? Yeah, stolen. Yeah, I was at the gym. It was stolen from the gym. So, pretty sad. Even checked, like, with the people there with cameras and stuff. Nothing. Couldn't tell. Pretty sad when things like that happen, though. Inside job? I don't think so. I mean, it could be, but whatever. It was an inside job? I mean, possible. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to be honest. Using used earbuds, weird champ? True. That is true. That is very weird. You're not wrong at all about that. That is pretty weird. Why are these Why are these earbuds prelude? Oh my god, are you trying to say my ear's so nasty that I need prelude to make sure that the earbuds will go in smoothly into my ear canal? That's nasty stuff, man. That's nasty stuff. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say my ears need lube? Gosh. Oof, fuck. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Holy. What color F1-8X are you building? I'm building a blue-gray unit that was not part of the group buy. Your RTX voice caught it? RTX voice isn't even on right now, Gringo. It was like a hit on the pop filter, so it was not that bad. It's sweaty at the gym, man. No judgment from me. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I sweat like a lot. Like I sweat a ton. Like when I go to the gym, I'm the kind who's like, you know, like shirt sweat is like down to the middle, like all the way in the back too. So it's kind of nasty, but I personally hate it. I personally hate that I sweat a lot, but I just do. And so yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Wireless is a must for me, so Apple AirPods. I have AirPods. And well, Gen 1s I have AirPods. I have Gen 1 AirPods, and I also have the wireless the MX3s. I also use those. So I take the MX3s when I'm traveling or for work, like at a public place, and then I suddenly need to, like, you know, have like complete silence, like, or like isolation. And earbuds, like, you know, earbuds obviously I just use as like Bluetooth alternatives when I'm like walking around and stuff. Body sweat equals free lube. But yeah, I sweat so much when I go to a gym, or just in general. There's a new version of the Sony. I think no, these are just that model and XM3, and then I bought them refurbished. Yeah, revision 3. Yeah, I guess, are they new? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, better be careful with these tabs though. I'm looking at the R4. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm happy with these though. I'm the kind of person who is pretty practical about these kinds of purchases. Maybe like the only unreasonable stuff that I kind of like get very like obviously not obsessed, but like, you know, more intense about is like keyboards and artisans right now. But I pretty much have focuses in the hobbies, so if I'm focused on keyboards, then I pretty much dip everything else. I don't buy like crazy audio things or like crazy whatever things. Yo, gym leader Nathan, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Awkward gamer, hello, how are you doing? Yo, what's good? Yeah, how's it going, man? Dude, I need this board. such a brash claim so suddenly, just coming right in. What case color did you get? It's like a blue-gray color that was different. Not part of the group buy, I believe, is what I understand from what I was told. Generous in keyboard but frugal for everything else? Yeah, same here. That's exactly how I feel about it. Yep, I mean that's how I am now, right now, at the time. Like I spend more on keyboard stuff, but I really don't spend on clothes. I don't spend on like maybe the only other thing I might like splurge on every so often is food, but other than that, probably nothing else. And I guess I want to splurge a little bit on whatchamacallit, like a desk, right? Like doing an upgrade. I know that's a rash statement, but I've been following this for a sec. Yeah, me too. Yo, 4Golian. Hey, man. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the tier 1 for 2 months. Thank you. Tell Geonworks frequency 2 blocks. you tell him. He's on Discord. He's super active, of all things. It's not like he's inactive, and he has a automatic translator. Doing well. How's it going so far? So far, so good. We're just chilling, doing a kind of interesting build here today. I did already. Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point, just to be patient is the only thing you can do. And that's just how it goes. I don't think, because the regular buy has not fully fulfilled yet, by the way. So there's still some ways to go. So they need to fulfill all that. And then I think they're planning on doing that 65% someone mentioned earlier. Some other things, right? And so, yeah, we'll have to see, you know? Okay. Is this a prototype or is this on the market? This is... Would you say it's a prototype? I wouldn't say it's a prototype. I would say it's a production unit, but anodized in a different color from the regular buy, or like in a test sort of color. Yeah, I would say it's a production unit. Yeah, it's not a prototype for sure. Like like nothing's different about this unit versus other units other than the color. That's what I would say. All right, I'm just gonna open up just very briefly. I'm gonna open up Wildcats videos. Oh, Wildcats just like quick video because I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in between, just in case. Am I assembling the PCB the same way as always? It looks like it. Okay, he does lubing, blah blah blah. Stabilizers, soldering. Okay, so let's just check the soldering part. Okay, yeah, so everything's normal, and then assembly. So it's after that that he does the gasket stuff. Okay, cool. All right. So actually the question is this today, guys. Let's decide on what keycaps to use, because when I'm checking on stabs for all my builds, I try to go for testing them with either PBT or ABS or both. I could do both, but sometimes there's a bit of inconsistency in checking those because the materials are different. Sometimes these guys are a little bent and stuff. Like, so in an ideal case, right, in an ideal world, you test it for one thing and it just works for everything. But that isn't quite the case all the time. Why? I don't know. It just doesn't work that way. Sometimes you test for ABS and it works perfectly fine for ABS, and then you put a PBT set on and it just doesn't work. Because the PBT sets have issues. So the question is, are we going to use an ABS set or a PBT set? I have one ABS set in mind myself right now. I kind of thought I wanted to put Nautilus on it, because I haven't put, first of all, because I haven't put Nautilus on a keycap on a keyboard for a while. I kind of miss it. I really like Nautilus. And second, because and then second set that I was thinking about is just a die subset, like a PBT die subset. Yeah. Anyway. Hold up. seems a little bit. Oh, there we go. Left side sounds a little bit sus. A little bit sus. I don't think Chongasaurus is still here, but... Where'd you get your cable from? This cable is from Cup Cables. Cupcables.com. But it was back when they were doing custom orders, but they don't. I don't think they do custom orders right now. Okay, as long as there's no rattle, I'm fine. I mean, the edges can sound a little bit scratchy with cherry, but it's really not a big deal. At least for me. I know some people get really anal about that stuff, but I'm not bothered. Okay, I guess I'll just test some PBT stuff anyway. Alright, that's fine. Okay, it's kind of hot. It's Korean, it has to be wind keyless. That's actually not true, you know that? In Korea, wind key is actually a lot more popular. Just so you know. Wind keyless is actually not as popular. Wind key is way more popular. There's a lot more casual keyboard users in Korea than there are in North America. Because in North America, I mean, keyboards is kind of a luxurious kind of hobby. And so in Korea, like, people who get in are kind of casual in general. And so it's actually not super... like, wind key is actually more popular because of that reason. If that makes sense. Don't tell Chris Lee that. Who's Chris Lee? Wasn't it Chris that said wind keyless is the Korean layout? I mean, that's also wrong. You know that? Because wind keyless came from vintage. Wind keyless came from like IBM and like other boards like a long time ago when we just didn't have Windows at all. He lacks the critical information. Yeah, it seems like it. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Oops, bent this pen. Wait. Oh, what's this one? Ah, yeah. Is this your personal board? Yeah, it is a personal build. I get to keep it. OTD invented wind keyless SMH. I see you doing your shady stuff, Mr. Zamaman. What are you doing? Is it a popular Korean layout but not Korean created? Oh, it is a... I mean, I'm telling you, it's false. That's actually false. That's actually completely false. It's... like, wind keyless is actually really more popular outside of Korea than it is in Korea itself. Wind key... like, all of the first custom boards were actually made in wind key. The only reason wind keyless was made was because old keycap sets from vintage like boards only fit wind keyless. Chat's just trolling at this point. I want a keyboard that acts as a button that activates Cortana. I mean, it's better than activating Siri. Just saying. Everybody's wrong. I get wind keyless because I'm paying the same amount for 2 blockers worth of aluminum. Get that extra value on top. Right. How could I miss that? Jeez. At least I've been doing it the right way so far. I get extra aluminum. That's like an extra $5,000, right? How do you get the hookup on this board? They're not shipping out of Korea, right? Geonworks reached out to me. He killed a man. You could sing a song around that. custom keyboard came before custom keycaps were easily available. You would use vintage. Yeah, you would just grab keycaps from vintage boards and then use those. Upcoming 65% they're doing is an international run. Yeah, it sounds like it. What are Gateron giants? They are these milky housing, smooth Gateron switches. They're basically tangerines but blue. Toki, stop calling me out. He's producing 1.5x the amount who respond. I see. It is true that the more boards are out there, the better, but we'll see. Bet there's gonna be a ton of flippers anyway, but you know. Imagine if Geonworks did a Canon keys first come first serve thing where you can get a $500 sticker sent all the way from Korea. Man, I kind of have a strong, like, I kind of wish more vendors just did that. Because it's so funny. You mean the Winkila sticker? Yeah, it should just be two black squares. Like, two black squares sent out to you. They're exactly one U size, so you just, like, put it right here, and it's like a Winkila's blocker. But without refunding? Oh gosh, yeah. See that cool tension bar Tremont Geon is making? Yeah, I heard about it. Of course I did. It looks interesting, but 65% resident sleeper. Miss me with that. 60% and TKL OP. 65%. Korean stickers are the best though, right? Yeah. If you have Korean stickers on your keyboard's worth automatically increases by 10 times. And but if you don't saran wrap your keyboard and store it for 10 years, it won't retain that value, because that's what all the OTDs were kept. That's how they were kept, in saran wrap in a cabinet. It's got to be that way. Classic plastic wrap. Yeah. It's just the way. It's just that preservation. It's amazing. Refrigeration value. Need to make sure I'm getting this right. Found a good use for my arrow clusters on my 65%. I put some text macros on them. I use HKB arrows on my 65. Where do you put your FN key? Do you put your FN key at the key that's all the way to the right, above the right arrow? Isn't it a bit far to reach too? Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. Alright, we can probably solder now. I hope this is okay. Alright. Let's get on to it, shall we? I'm gonna turn on robotic TX voice. FN key is up on the up arrow. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's totally fair. Sorry, waiting for the soldering iron to heat up. Alright, y'all know my sponsors already, but if you don't, do exclamation sponsors. Hold it, what the hell? Okay. And you can find all my affiliate links. I'll just quickly go through the sponsors for the stream. Over at Canon Keys, Ozzy, good morning. We have GMK Yuru and Cat Mizu on group buy still, as well as a few desk mats. So head on over to Canon Keys to order those if you're interested. Over on Dixie Mech, we have SA Dual Shot. Over on Novel Keys, we have GMK Sloth, GMK Monokai Material, and SA Jadeite. And you can also get 5% off from Novel Keys using my promo code Thunder. And then Prime Keyboards, there's a bunch of keyboard accessories like desk keys films and Durox stabilizers, springs, switch test, lube stations and spring switch openers and such. And then over at Project Keyboard, there's nothing at the moment, but soon, very, very soon, this coming month of October, we'll have GMK Noir on projectkeyboard.com. So do check out my affiliate links if you would kindly do so and support the stream. Alright, I'm gonna turn on RTX voice. You might hear my voice being robotic after I answer this question. Been wondering about these. Geon made me a laser keycap a while back and have been watching his board with interest. Any initial impressions? Initial impressions, the anodizing looks pretty good. Interior has a little bit of burring, kind of like near the near the screw holes, but it's internal, so nothing bad. So far so good. The plate is really like complex. Like there's a lot going. I mean, not complex, but like there's just so many cutouts. I don't know what to expect yet, so we'll see. Initial impression is so good. I also got a aluminum keycap from Geon with the Lightning Keyboards logo. Very exciting. So thank you to Geon for that. Yeah. All right, let's get started. It's gonna turn on, and then this is gonna go quiet in just a second.
know how robotic my voice is gonna be this time, but because of RTX, we posted a video and it went viral. Cool. I mean, yeah, I've seen the ones that he put with like the Wildcat logo and whatnot. Yeah, pretty cool. Hello, Kenyans. My voice being robotic. Hmm. Break down the plate materials and their properties. Basically, you have subsidies. So there's softer materials like plastics, denser materials in metal. Stainless steel and brass are pretty dense. Alumina is somewhere in the middle. Carbon fiber somewhere in between. But yeah, basically people use them for depending on the degree of softness they want. the degree of hardness they want to their piping. So that's pretty much. You choose different layouts for their own preferences. Half plates to further emphasize softness in the alphas and the alpha clusters. So in the middle, plate to make it more uniform into full switches. It's RTX voice. It's not just a, it's my RTX. It's RTX voice being unable to handle my beautiful voice. You know.
I mean, it's either that or you hear all the background noise right now. What do you prefer? If you want to hear the background noise, here it is. If you'd rather not hear it at all, then I can turn on RTX voice back up again. I don't mind the fan. That difference though? Yeah. I also turned on my AC just because it got really hot in my room. So I was just like, oh, it's a bit too hot. And since RTX voice basically filters it all out, I was like, yeah, so they're not gonna hear it anyway. But yeah, that's basically the big difference. I'd rather listen to a true voice. Oh baby. Joe Cool Bob, hello, how are you doing? But yeah, as OG Images was saying earlier, RTX's voice seems to garble people's voices and make them sound robotic. I've been searching for solutions, and I quite literally do not know how. Most likely has to do with the fact that I'm using a 1070 and not an RTX video card. So I'm an old video card. Should I upgrade my video card? I mean, probably, but if I'm gonna upgrade my video card, I probably want to upgrade my entire PC, and that's definitely not something in the plans right now. Like, I'm not planning on upgrading my entire PC. It's just too much money. I don't need to. I don't have a need to, really. And it would be nice, but yeah, I just don't have the means to do so. If there are any sponsors out there who wanna get me a nice new computer build, sure, go ahead, let me know. But yeah, otherwise, it's not in the plans. It likely has to do with something with, I don't know, probably my machine, or maybe my mic settings, or maybe my audio settings, or maybe my, I don't know, I just don't know what the issue is. But all that I know is that it is something that people are reporting, but I have zero idea how it works or it can be resolved. 3090 for streaming keyboard build? Imagine that. I won't be surprised if someone like Nathan gets like a 3090 soon, because he does like video and stuff. But I mean, like strong video cards are only really for like, there's only so many applications, right? Mostly like gaming and like rendering and that kind of stuff. Parallel threading and stuff. I'm feeling better. Wait, were you sick, Mr. Kinyams? 어디 아파요? But yeah. I have no idea why it's so warm today. It's like end of September today, and it's like basically the end of September this week, and it's so hot. It's like 80 degrees out. What the hell? I'm so sick of this summer. I mean, 80 degrees isn't that hot at all, but it isn't that hot actually. It's pretty nice, but I'm expecting some cooler weather soon. I'm happy to. I would rather dress up. 아까는 뭔가 지지직거렸어요. 아, 왜냐면은 그 엔비디아 그 RTX 보이스라고 아세요? 그걸 틀으면은 그 약간 로봇처럼 그 들린다고 하던데 무슨 오류 상태인 것 같은데 어떻게 고칠지를 모르겠어요, 솔직히. 그래서 그 지금 이렇게 뒤에 에어컨이랑 그 선풍기 틀어서 시끄러울까봐 그걸 틀으면 그게 필터 되는데 이제 물론 끄면은 잘 들리겠지만 귀찮을까봐 일부러 아까 그걸 틀었었죠. Weather's about to be so ass this whole week, about to be in the 90s. What? In basically October? That's criminal. That's criminal. That's so bad. It doesn't make sense to me. Alright, looks like we are done soldering. Just checking my joints and checking my switches are all in. Looks pretty good. Also, I got this new no clean solder and it looks even better than before. Man, there's like literally no residue. Ooh. Great. Okay. Looks good. I'm so tilted. Yeah, no, that I would get so tilted about that. Honestly, it's so bad. That is just really annoying. Like straight up. Let's see. Let's test this out. Hey, what's up, Disco? What's up? Kind of feel like I might have. Hopefully, I didn't overload these switches. I think Krytox 205 is a bit too thick for my own preference, but oh well, we'll see. Might sound a little bit too buttery. If not, I'll just rebuild it with something else later. If I don't like it, I guess. But might be a little buttery feeling, sounding. Hello, turn one Delver. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Alright. So before moving forward, let me just check what's being done. Okay, so O-rings. So let's see. He placed it on top of the bottom piece, grabbed some of the O-ring. and then put it in between the bottom piece and the plate. Same with the other side. Cut it, just clipped it, put it in between. So you do the bottom first, and then he did the bottom first, and then he lined the top with the ring, with the gasket, and then he just put it on top. Okay, seems simple enough. All right. So I actually do want to go, sorry. I do want to go wash my hands really quickly, because my hands are like really greasy. So I'll be right back. But here is the today's build. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, we back. Let's see. Does your desk wobble a lot? It's not the desk wobbling, it's actually the camera. Camera's on I have the camera on a mount that's attached to the desk, so whenever I like bang the desk, the camera will wobble because it's like hanging on the pole, right? Obviously I should be using a C-stand to prevent that, and like, sandbags and stuff. That would be the ideal case, but I don't have the space. I need to rearrange the entire layout of the room for me to be able to do that efficiently, and as that's not the case, I don't do it. All right, so let's get the so see, yeah. Apologize for that. So let's get some of this. And so basically, from what I looked at it earlier, you just put the plate on top, and basically the plate, you can see it lines up with these screw holes, right? And then you basically grab some of this O-ring stuff, this rubber, and the idea is that you're just gonna put it in between the plates and the plates and the bottom piece. So and then snip it. So let's get our clippers here. And basically I can just snip it right here. Okay, so that does it for the one side. And then it's coming out a little bit. It's fine, it's gonna be in all the way when it, let's see, do all of it. And then the other side, same thing. Let's start with the long side in first, and so we just run the O-ring over like this, And actually it's not completely at the edge, so I'm just gonna make sure. Okay, yeah. Alright, and just run the O-ring. Just gonna make sure it relaxes a little bit. And just snip it over here. Okay, tuck it in. And same thing for this part here. It's a very small piece. So just about that much. It's good. So just put a small piece of rubber on this end. Okay, so now the bottom piece is done. I mean, the bottom piece and the plate assembly is done. And now I just need to grab the top piece. And we're gonna be doing basically the same thing, just lining it on the top grooves here. So oops, a little bit long. I just need to snip it a teeny bit. Okay. And then over here, just tuck it in. Run it all the way through. And then same here. Let me see how much is that. Okay. And just tuck it in. Okay, cool. There you go. Tuck the gasket neuter. Yeah. And then same thing, and the last piece here. Long part here, just one piece. There you go. So just make sure it's nice and tucked in. So if I flip it over, nothing comes out. Any suggested kits right now for beginning? I'm willing to solder. Well, if you need soldering kit recommendations, I have a exclamation gear command for equipment recommendations. For what I use, as well as some other things I recommend. If you're looking for just keyboard kits in general, I would say KBD Fans is your #1 stop for a lot of stuff, like especially like beginners kits. But I mean, there's also like other things you can buy. You can always buy like a tray mount case. 60% is probably your best option as far as ease of part finding, finding parts goes. And then I would say like yeah, 60% is the most accessible layout for that. And then all the other layouts pretty much really highly depends on like availability. So as you can see the gaskets lining the top piece here, right? Wide TKL's preference. I missed out on the MK2. Okay, if you're looking for a wide TKL, you might have a hard time, especially if you're looking for a custom kit. I do suggest that if you don't have access to an MK2, like an 8X MK2 from KBD Fans, then you might have to actually find something in the aftermarket, unfortunately, because TKLs, and especially in white, because white you cannot anodize in white, you can only anodize in silver, or like you can use other technologies like E-coat, electrophoresis coating, but that's not anodizing. But that is white. It's more recent though, so you're not going to find a lot of kits that do white. Oops, and this part fell off. Calvin Lay, thank you so much for the sub. Just get the U80. That's not a bad idea, except it will ship in a long time. Alright, so and then that's basically it, right? You sandwich it now. Is that what it does? Okay. Okay. And then just assume that's it. And then you just flip it over. Where's my screw stuff? Alright. I don't like these light gray ones. I might actually just use the black ones. I think I might like them better. Wait. Okay, they're the same length. Okay, cool. Jelly of those albumins and your entire artisan collection in general. I've been collecting for so long. I've been collecting for like 3 years now. Over 3 years now, actually. Let's see, 2020. Yeah, it's been like 3.5 years now. Had the luck of having some disposable income at the beginning of my collecting phase. I've definitely slowed down quite a bit collecting things as far as artisans go. I can imagine Rama, the message Rama would get. I bought the U80 like a week ago. When is it going to ship? Oh, I bet they get so many of those messages. I mean, vendors get those all the time. Alright, so I don't think I like the light gray one, so let's put the black little bump-ons, covers, screw covers. I like that they provided me 2 options, so at least I get to choose. I like the black ones better, a bit more stealthy. So just cover these with these bump-on slash hole covers. It's nice to have options. Quite a few of them actually. It's great. I love it. I can replace them when they get worn. Maybe I can combine them, have 3 and 3. I'm always amazed when I see a Reddit post. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Disco. I definitely have a lot more of other artisans I haven't posted because I've just not had time to post them. I don't have had time to put them put like more dedicated macro stuff too. That's what I want to do, but I really haven't had time lately. Alright, so this is what the bottom looks like. Kind of like a navy-ish, sort of blue-gray. I don't know, it's like very hard to describe this color. It does look navy at first glance, but also you can tell there's gray and there's blue. So yeah, I mean, what switch opener would you recommend? I'll be honest with you, I either use tweezers or use these, but I only use one end of these. These are normally, these are from mechanicalkeyboards.com, mk.com. I actually have a creator link for that down in the panels below. But basically though, these are actually for when you have switch top opening capabilities for the plate. But I actually just use one of these. So what I will do is, if I have a switch here, right? I'll just grab the switch, and I'll just pop one side open, and then pop the other side open, and then boom. Switch is open. Anyway, that's what I will do, but to each their own. I'm pretty fast doing that now, so yeah. What keycaps are we gonna put in first on this now? Let's see. Let's get this out of the way. Alright. So there's gonna be. Let's just do a quick. Wait, Like, I'm an idiot. I need my keyboard to type on this. OG double shots 100%. Double shots or die subs? Because if I need to get my double shots, then I need to go looking for him. So the question is, let's do a poll. Keycaps on maybe blue gray F1-8X. All right, availability. Okay, I'll just say NCR cherry dye subs, which are like a light gray, sort of like light gray, or let's say gray. Ah, okay. Space Cadet, Nautilus, I guess Mizu, and then something beige. All right, polls open. Vote. 69%. 69%. Zambumon, Poner, and Wilba in my chat. Bunch of influencers here. Influencer party. Cadet? Cadet would be actually pretty nice on this color. Cadet would look pretty dope. Wow, Space Cadet pretty popular today. Okay, cool. Space Cadet, that would look pretty good. I do agree with that. I know I'm a legend, but Poner? Savage. Alright. Cadet it is. Yeah, it looks like Cadet is gonna be the case here. For Cadet, I have all the, like, a lot of the child kits. So I have, like, let me see. I have, like, I have the true, the true legends, the true Cadet kit. That would look pretty cool. Yo, okay. I have an idea. Alright, let me go get those child kits then. I need to, let's see, Space Cadet. I have True Cadet, Cherry Icons, and Blue Alphas, as well as Symbols. Basically, I have every kit, because I really like Cadet. Just haven't used it enough. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Space Cadet it is. I think this poll is pretty much over. Okay, nothing in here. So the question is, I haven't used these true these mods. These mods are cool. And then symbols that I never use for some reason. Do you guys want? Wait, no, we can't use OG. We can't use Icon Kit then because of that. Okay, there's just like niche stuff. I don't need it. All right, Icon mods. True Cadet has a Black Legends, yeah. Yeah, so True Cadet has Black Legends for like the bottom rows. It's if you look up the original Space Cadet keyboard, basically it's what it's inspired from. That's why it's called True Cadet. All right. Do you see GMK Think Caps? Yeah, I've been following that thread pretty closely. Classic GMK tray feels good, man. It's so nice. I can actually lay it out here. Nothing's jumping out. Nothing has weird white ass coke specs. Like I don't need to be snorting GMK's cocaine here. And yeah, it's just so much nicer. Anyway. But you can't eat it after. That is true. That is very true. Scoops or bars? I think I'm gonna do scoops today because I like my scoops. Scoops feel better, but bars sound better. I don't care though. I want to go for scoops today. And True Cadet kit. Let's do it. I'm gonna need I'm gonna toss these in the bag anyway. I just don't want to spill them all over the place. And dash so lit. Imagine having an end dash though. Couldn't be me. Arrow keys. Ugh. I have to use text mod arrows. Shit. Alright, fine, I'll do it. Ugh. I hate text mods for arrows. It's the worst. Oh god. I mean, I could use symbols, but it would look kind of ugly, so nah. Yeah, text mods are probably the worst thing that happened to Cherry GMK stuff. Ugh. Okay, that cluster, should I do a regular cluster? Should I use my symbols or should I just do regular? I mean, regular would be cleaner. What do I do, guys? Use symbols? Yeah, let's use symbols. Aquaterra file, por favor. Oh, that's a good ass suggestion. That's a great suggestion. Alright, sounds good. Symbols, it is. I need to figure out what fucking row profile these are. These are R4 keys. Okay, so these are the arrow cluster. How do I use these? Use symbols better than text arrows. Oh, that's what you meant. That is kind of cool if you use fingers for arrows. I mean, I use my fingers to press the arrow keys, yeah. So you're saying replace these with the symbols. Fucking it, come on. Yeah, okay. So up, down, left and left. Like that? Alright, and the top right cluster, fuck, what was I gonna do? Maybe like 1, 2, 3? It's so confusing. And then maybe just regular here? Yeah, that's fine. Can't use the other ones because it's kind of weird. It looks kind of odd to me. So there's no 6 either, so yeah, that would be odd. That is fine. Oh, Mr. Geonworks, hello. Okay. Cool. Alright, cool. Okay. Is that good? I think that looks fine to me. Ooh. Here just in time. Yeah, that's true. 지연님 안녕하세요. Alright, let's do this. And then Aquaterra file. Okay, Aquaterra file. Let's redeem that artisan keycap. Da-da-dun. Da-da-dun. There we go. Look at that. Look how good that looks. The perfect artisan for this board. Look at that. Wonderful. Gorgeous. Alright, let me put on my... Oh, I need some water first. For those who don't know, this Aquaterra file has a nice special effect. It glows. Anyway. Alright, Lizard Dan, you wanna get banned? People quiet down really quickly when you threaten them, right? This is the way to do it. Let's actually swap out. But what about this Geonworks cap? Maybe in the corner? It won't look too great, but it's fine. We'll do it for the sake of the stream. It's gonna stand out a little. It's okay though. Okay. Oh, it's hot. Hot in this room. Maca S. I mean, I should probably do something like... I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's cool. Alright. So typing the test tool, and would have been better if it was instead of the glowing artisan. Well, that's fine, but too late now. It's been done. It has been done. It's too late. There's no going back. Okay, so whoa. Don't, computer, why you do that? Okay, there. And okay, I can keep that open. All right. So we have Gateron Giants, 62 gram on an aluminum plate. Let's try that. I don't know what to expect, so hopefully these stats are fine actually. Alright, here's the mods. I think I do have to adjust the spacebar. Stab a little. Alright, so that's what it sounds like. This spacebar needs a little adjustment to hold up. I'm gonna adjust a little bit. It's either I don't put enough lube or I positioned it wrong or something. Just not doing it for me. Something about it is like rubbing in between. I don't like it. I think the spacebar is great. Lightning spacebar needs tuning. Me spacebar needs tuning. Yeah, spacebar needs a little more lube on the side walls, I think. Especially the side walls of the wire on the left. It's the left that was bothering me a little. But yeah, leave your thoughts in chat, guys. The spacebar is fine for the most part. What was bothering me was the way the spacebar was seated. It was like sounding kind of scratchy. But that was just me. Okay, I think that's a little better. Can you put a logo on mine? Maybe I should have asked the should have asked the Lightning Keyboards logo on the top, right? Should have been like Mr. Geonworks. We need this, like that. That would have been kind of nice, huh? But I was a dummy and I didn't ask for it, so it's fine. We can pretend it's there. Look at my logo. Look at my Wildcat-like edition Lightning Keyboards F1-8X. Pro streamer. Alright, we can try a test again. This is GMK Space Cadet Rivius, if you're curious. Anyway, so let's see. Giant sounds good. Haven't gotten a set yet. So the closest switch to the Giants will be Tangerine V1s or like Telias with a milky top or Gateron yellows with a milky top, basically. So a Gateron with a milky top is basically what a Gateron Giant is. Those are gonna be your closest switches to Gaterons. Are the Giants deeper than JWK? JWK's sound pop, like they have a pop. They have a pop to them. How's the flex feel though? The feeling is pretty much very reminiscent of a Keycult number 2. From what I like from the last time I tried the Keycult number 2, it's very reminiscent of that for sure. It has a soft bottom out and like that like creamy sound to it. That like I basically like felt on my Keycult number 2 that I built the other time. Kind of also feels like a little bit kind of like my it's like what I would expect if I like built my Jane but with a full plate. But I think the Jane is a little bit stiffer than this. Can you see the bottom? Sure. The bottom is just straight up flat. It's a wedge with screw covers. So these screw covers are removable. So they're just like little covers. WTF is Giant. Gateron Giant is a switch that was released like maybe a couple of years ago. There's a switch by Gateron with a light blue stem and a milky housing. And this is the okay. So actually, let me show you guys what this looks like. All right, so let's take a quick look at the board itself. Gotta have my. So that's what the board looks like. Come on. Oh wait, I think the manual focus is on. All right. All right, there we go. So this is what the board looks like. Excuse my nasty fingers, I got cut rebuilding some stuff yesterday. And that's the USB port area, nice and tight. That's the side profile. Kind of tall. I'm actually not sure what angle this is, maybe like 9 degrees, I'm not sure. And the bottom, it's like this like blue grayish sort of color, kind of navy like actually. Looks pretty good with Space Cadet, but I kind of want to put Nautilus on it, to be honest with you. Rick Clack, hello. And yes, it is 62 grams for the spring. We can pretend we have a Lightning Keyboards logo on there. Alright. I can type on it again if you guys would like to hear it. Oh, it's so hot. Alright. Oops. I have to plug it in. So it's basically just a milky gat with a different colored stem. So yeah, it's basically a milky gat. But the Gateron giants were actually a bit smoother than your regular milky gat, but it's like diminishing returns. I feel like, you know, you only get so much out of that. If you lube with like 205, I feel like you're gonna get the same thing. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. So yeah, you can just grab milky gat and lube it, and they'll probably be about the same thing, I think. Although this one has a full milky housing, the Gateron giants. I tossed the extra switch I had, but yeah, it's a full milky housing for it. Oopsie. There, we can pretend we have a full. We can pretend we have a logo. Lightning Keyboards Edition F1-8X. Whole milk? I am a whole milk kind of guy, by the way. No skim, no 2%, just whole milk, always. I'm not lactose intolerant, thank God. I love it. Alright. Oh my God, that was so bad. I turned off the chat box by accident. But yeah, that's what it sounds. Alright. And lactose intolerant hasn't stopped me. How do you feel about the torsion beam mounting the Geon has teased for 65%? I don't feel any particular way about it. I guess I feel like part of me is a bit doubtful, to be very frank. Like, I'm just not sure how it's gonna work. Part of me says it could work, but how much could it offer is my question. It's only way to know it would, yeah, you would have to try it, but like I just don't know how much that torsion, like that vertical, like leaf spring looking thing could, you know, make your typing like that much, you know, flexier or whatever. Oh no, I'm sorry, man. You've committed a crime. You've committed a crime, Mr. Ricklack. This is what happens when you advocate for mod colored pipe on a TKL. If you tell me split backspace, split right shift, or mod colored pipe or mod colored tilde on a TKL, bye Felicia. That's what happens. That's what happens. Anyway, so y'all have any other thoughts? Any other things you want to know or hear about, or you know, I can tell you about this? I guess, like, you know, people are curious about it. So I mean, you guys saw how I built it already. So basically, there's it's not quite O-ring. It's actually just rubber, like it's like a cut O-ring, really. Just that rubber, that gasket, like basically that lines the top case here and here all the way, and basically the bottom as well, here and here, and the leaf spring style cut plate that is sandwiched between those two. So basically, it's like a sandwich with rubber with leaf spring. So it feels pretty soft, I have to say. I don't know how much like flex there is. Like I don't know how I can show it accurately. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, first of all, my camera's shaking, so let me stop that for a sec. I really need to get a C stand. It's so annoying. Like I don't know how much. Like I don't know how to show this. Okay, you can kind of see it going down, right? So that's about as much, and that's like me like pressing kind of hard. Anyway, kind of seesaws to the side. I would say it's like I would say this board is like rubber. It's like rubber sandwich leaf spring. Rubber sandwich. So you can see the whole plate sort of like bouncing down over there, like all the way at the enter. You see the return key over here. Just look at it a little bit carefully. You can see a little bit of that part sinking down as I press here on the home key. And same thing probably around, let's see, here maybe? Not so much here, I think. Probably because right in the middle of things. But definitely more noticeable towards like these like keys over here, but overall the middle does feel pretty soft. I mean, I honestly don't need it to freaking the whole thing moving up and down a lot. As long as this feels nice and soft, it's fine with me. It sounds alright. Free Rick. Alright. Oopsie. Not plugged in. Alright. You have been released from the Shadow Realm. Welcome back. Geonworks just linked something on Instagram. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, the F1-8X mount. 4 types of O-ring. I only got the Viton O-ring. So I only got this Viton O-ring. Apologies for the shaking. But I only got this O-ring style. So I haven't gotten silicone, NBR, or EDPM. I mean, if Geonworks isn't here in chat, I would love to try the plateless kit and the different O-rings, honestly. I would love to try those. And the sandwich 2mm, 2T, or FR4, for example. I would love to try those. But I only got Viton, I think. This is a regular Viton and the regular aluminum plate. So yeah, it's very, very standard options, which is okay with me. I have no complaints. So yeah, I like it. I like the bezels on this. It's also very square, so I kind of do like that because I do like sharp corners. How do you get this board? It was Curry only. Geonworks reached out and offered, and we discussed. So this is kind of like a review unit, so to speak. But I get to keep it because I did pay for it. Full backspace on TKL, we can agree on something. Yeah, that's true. Full right shift too, though. No split right shift. Okay. Do you like LEDs on keyboards? I do, but it's a pain in the ass to put in and then pain in the ass to desolder, so I don't bother with them. And also, I'm the kind of person who turns on an LED for like 2 minutes and then turns it off for the rest of the 24 hours of the day. So that's why. playlist kit is very hype. Yeah, I would love to try the playlist kit. Can you reach out to me, Gian? I'll pay. Kiko didn't reach out to me for a free #1. I've never gotten a free #1 though. I've never gotten a free #1. I've paid for all my boards. Maybe except for two boards I didn't pay for. Am I content with my purchase? Yes, I am content with my purchase, I think. Overall, like, I mean, it's like, it's a typing experience I think I can use every day. So it's like, that I'm happy about. I'm not as picky as you guys think. One thing is like, okay, so like a few good things, right? It doesn't sound jank. Like, you know, like, it doesn't, I don't hear like weird hollowness that doesn't sound good, right? Like, it sounds kind of solid. It doesn't, I didn't have to fill it up with foam, right? I didn't have to fill it up with foam. That's kind of nice. I would hate that idea, filling everything up with foam. I don't like that. But yeah, split enter? Who said that? Did I say that? I didn't say that. I paid retail pricing, Mr. Dennis Brochill. Moderator Dennis Brochill. I paid full price. No discount. This was a freebie though. Very cool. It's black. I thought it was navy at first. Okay, Dennis. You wanna be unmodded? Stop being shamelessly an idiot. In chat, please. Thank you. Just kidding. What do you think of split right shift on a TKL? I don't like it personally. I like full. The reason I don't like any split crap on the TKL is because it's a TKL. It's big enough. You can put the function key here. You know, there you can put everywhere. I just like the look of a full right shift, full left shift, regular enter, regular backspace, step caps. I just like the look of it. Rick, thanks for the 69 bits. Thank you. Most expensive board you own? Yeah, it could be the TCR possibly, or like a different board maybe. Thanks for the hydrate, boys. Statless 60% where? Drink. Busy with work, gonna have to catch a VOD. Yeah, maybe. But if not, I can type in again one more time if you want it. But yeah, I'm pretty much done though with the build. I don't think anybody's streaming right now either. But let me see. Hiya. Oh, I forgot about the captions today. Do the captions even work? I think that thing stopped working straight up. It just hasn't worked for people, I think, is what I've heard. Like, people said, oh yeah, it's not working, and then I have no idea. Lulz Hacks is streaming? Okay. Could read him. Yeah. Sure, we could rate Lulz Hacks. We rated Joyo before, so I'm not gonna rate Joyo. Jojo this time. Mint is playing Among Us. Beastrol is playing Genshin Impact. Zergirl is playing StarCraft. I mean, that's obviously always the case. Okay, yeah, we could rate we could rate XQC. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Fox is on. Did you already build it? Yeah, built it. Yeah, I did. Built this. Kimchi is streaming too. I rated Kimchi last time though. So, you know. Thanks for chill streams as always. Yeah, no problem, Lana. Minterly? Minterly's playing Among Us, right? We could raid Minterly if you guys wanted. I think I wanna raid someone who is like who would benefit from the viewership too, though, you know? Help each other out kind of thing. It looks like, oh, Lolstacks is about to start his build, so this is kind of perfect. Yeah, Lolstacks is gonna be the raid. I joined when you were leaving. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lolstacks already has 300 subs. That's awesome. He must have very generous donors. He doesn't need it? Come on, dude. Whatever. I don't care. Dennis, stop being like, you want to be unmodded? Stop. Stop being petty. Alright. Alright, guys. You guys have any last minute questions or requests? If not, we're gonna go. Okay, I think that's it. Well, anyway, thank you everyone for stopping by for today's stream. I have a few other builds in the works, but some of them might actually take some time, because I have like some switches to lube for other people. Like a few other things coming in are like, at some point I might build a Savage 65. I might build a TJR Jane. I'm probably building a 910. I'm building a 165 again. I'm building a very special board for somebody that I know. I might probably be building a mode 80 at some point. Yeah, and among other things. Let me see. Lightning, completely off topic. Have you ever lubed the leaf on a linear? Yeah, I do. I basically grab the brush. So where's my brush? So, you know, I grab the brush, and if the leaf is kind of like, you know, let's say this is the leaf, I basically just like do it like one swipe like this. But also like when there's not much lube left in your brush, just like one swipe, and then that's how I lube the leaf of the switch. Swipe it again, please. All right. I don't make my bed. Wait. Do you change your... No, this is not Lizardan. Lizardan is not I don't make my bed. Lizardan, why don't you call out I don't make my bed for not making their bed instead of calling me out, apparently, for not making my bed even though my bed is made? Just because my bed cover doesn't cover all the way up doesn't mean my bed is not made. It's just a little bit of disheveled, you know, ness to it. Alright, anyway. Thank you everybody. I'll be rating bed cover aka blanket. Yes, sorry. Words English is hard, okay? Alright, let's go. Oh, Dennis, you don't have to do that. Thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs. Tell me how you feel about the keyboard. I feel great about the keyboard. I like it. It types softly. It's pretty. I like the bezels. I like thin bezels on the side, thicker bezels on the top. Maybe a little bit too thick on the bottom, but on the bottom and top for me. But it's still pretty good. I like the look overall. The anodizing is really clean. I don't really see like a bad mismatch or anything in the anode colors. No flaws in the interior. But yes, I will let you know, Mr. Geonworks. I'll PM you later on. But anyway, thank you everybody. It took quite a long time to make the surface texture. Oh, I see. yeah, it feels really good. This anodizing feels extremely smooth. This is like perfectly smooth. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I'll let you guys know whenever I drop my next stream. Probably soon. Maybe later this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 days from now. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take care, my friends, and bye bye. Let's go. 69 Raiders. Let's go. Oh man. Okay.